Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss cyber vengeance. So this movie starts off with this dork in his apartment doing VR stuff. He's fantasizing that he's, part of some elite fighting squad. He gets beat in the game and he calls up customer service and complains that, somebody's cheating in the game. And they tell him that that's impossible. He tries to use the same move on the second time around, and he's flagged for improper move, so that makes him mad. Then he has a romantic encounter with a beautiful woman, which turns out to be fake. His girlfriend catches him in the act. That turns into a situation. And then we evolve into the story of him meeting up with Robert Davi, who runs this big virtual reality company. And their specialty is that they let you actually hunt other people. And you're hunting prisoners. And so he's offering this high level service to super rich people that they can do this VR hunting, and it takes place in different time periods with period authentic costumes and weapons. So it's like a whole immersive experience. And that's kind of the story here. I don't know. Cyber Vengeance is one of those movies that a lot of people will talk about like it's like a so bad it's good. And I don't agree with that, really. I think it is breathtaking how terrible this movie is, but it never really hits that level of super fun and entertaining bad. It's just kind of wow bad, which is still better than boring bad or just plain bad. It's just kind of let me say this. I appreciate the scope and the ambition here of doing these different time periods. None of them look very good. All of them look incredibly super cheap, which makes sense given the budget of this movie probably. But I don't know. You've got Robert Davi, you've got Amy Lynn Baxter. It's got some interesting action. It's got a few good bad dialogue lines and stuff like that, but overall, it was just kind of one of those. It was just kind of something to experience, a kind of a spectacle of this miscalculation after miscalculation. So I found it to be mildly entertaining, but I definitely don't consider it to be a cult classic or a masterpiece of so bad it's good cinema. I just think this is kind of an overly ambitious, super cheap movie that makes a lot of humorous mistakes, but just never quite reaches that nirvana of, wow, this is so bad. It's my new favorite movie, that kind of thing. But anyway, it's okay. Again, you got some action, you got some special effects, you got a little bit of sleaze. And I like that, the 90s takes on these tech ideas like VR are kind of fun to watch. But anyway, I know this sounds overly negative, but I just feel like it has this reputation that it just doesn't live up to. I think people want it to be wacky and over the top, and it just isn't. But, the main character is such a douche. And that really helps the movie a lot, believe it or not. Anyway, that's my review for Cyber Vengeance. If you want to check out more, I've got a movie review playlist right here on YouTube. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.